to my channel, y'all. It is your girl Amber, aka Amber the Alchemist, and I am here to deliver you your weekly tarot reflection. Now, I misplaced my glue for my press-ons, so you're gonna get what you get. I just have to put a disclaimer out there because y'all be like, yes, nails, pop-in nails, girl. Amazon, $10, get with it. You already know. We're seeing so many like really cool nail artists on the spotlight right now because we all are in dire need of wanting to get our hair done, our nails done, get our pedi done, like all of that. But of course, safety first. So we gotta make do. We gotta get creative and listen, press on nails is the shit. So that is my spiel on press on nails for the day. Let's get started with the energy surrounding us for this upcoming week, Spirit. What is the energy surrounding us for this upcoming week? So, we have Healer of the Ages and the Temple Path. Spirit is so proud of you. Spirit is so proud of us. We have been really going through the trenches when it comes to our feelings, when it comes to situationships, when it comes to endings and new beginnings, and just honestly just surrendering to the unknown. During this quarantine time, we have really learned a lot about control, and we are realizing that we just have to release it. We have to release it. There's things that we can't control, but what are we supposed to do? You know, like we have nothing left, and I think that's what I'm feeling too. A lot of us are feeling like we have nothing left to give. So we're just waiting to receive, and we're praying, and we're setting intentions, and we're thinking positively, but we're going through it. Like, we are going through it. Some of us are getting over like physical ailments or physical pain, or just having like physical pain that is manifesting as a result to emotional pain. So what I'm really feeling too is that we need to be doing some sort of throat chakra work is what I'm feeling. Throat chakra and root chakra work is really going to be important. And through that pain and through that misfortune, or just through that like just yucky energy, like some of us just have this yucky energy attached to us, which may mean it's time for you to get that bath popping. Like, what does a spiritual bath look like to you? You need to make sure that you're cleansing your energy nonstop, because we're picking up on too many things, and we're also feeling we're just feeling a lot. We're feeling heavy, and because of that, we are, like I mentioned, like retreating to prayer and just wishing and hoping that something is going to happen, that a change is going to come. And I know it sounds so fucking cliche, and I don't know, I just be giving these cliche ass messages sometimes, but we're hoping that a change is gonna come. So we're just like, surrender. And if you have not been that person doing that, then Spirit really wants you to make some time to do that this week. Even if it's just and breathing in and out and just saying, I know that I'm not in control, so I surrender to you. I surrender to the divine. I surrender to my guides, and I know that all things that I'm experiencing are divinely placed in my life. I know that I am covered, that I am shielded with love. I know that there's some things that I'm not going to be able to understand, and possibly ever. And it's not to say to stop seeking that understanding, but lean into your faith a little bit more this week. And I say that because the Healer of Ages is here to remind us that our prayers are being heard, and we're doing the healing work. Like, healing is taking place for us on a spiritual level, but on a healing is taking place for us on a spiritual level, but really on a cellular level. Like, it's crazy. And that's why this temple path is here with us too. Like, this temple path comes to remind us, like, I don't know if you guys can see like these flickers of lights. Those lights that are there are our guides. And this temple path is leading us into the right direction. So the reason why we're experiencing these breakthroughs, and I'm feeling like this heavy Three of Swords energy too, it just with just hurt and loss and betrayal, and that could just be resonating on a personal level, losing friendships, cutting cords with people that we have attachments to, whether that's just like walking away from certain situations that don't align with who we are at this moment. Just know that you're on the path, that this healing is not to be in vain. This healing, I don't want you to come out this week thinking that, not just this week, but I don't want you to feel that the circumstances, your circumstances, our circumstances are a result of something that you did wrong, or like not a result of something that you did wrong, but more so punishment. Like the divine God never punishes us. I just have to say that because there's a lot of fear mongering like when it comes to religion and when it comes to beliefs, and I just want to help you know that like God is not mad at you. God is not mad at you. But also remember that this universe is so much bigger than us too. This week it is to trust. It is important to trust. It is important to understand that you're healing, which means like this week you might randomly cry. Don't question it, feel it, and just think of it as a release. Like think of these things, think of these fears as a release. Release it and then surrender. Release and surrender is what I'm feeling too, because you're being led to this next journey. You're being led to this next space. I'm even feeling like astral traveling too. So some of us might be going to sleep and having these prophetic dreams, or just astral projecting. Whether you're going to different places, make sure that you, if you're able to remember, like write down those things, because some of us might be having prophetic dreams that will show us what your future is going to look like, if that makes sense to you. So if you're someone who's been planning on astral projecting or astral traveling, make note that it's not going to be deja vu. Like when those experiences manifest, it's just prophetic. It's just, you know. You know. So just want to see what else, Spirit, what are the messages that you have for us for this upcoming week? Spirit, what are the messages that you have for us for this upcoming week? I'm hearing get lost too. So maybe not even, so I'm saying astral traveling or astral projecting, and getting the sense of like taking yourself outside of your body. I'm trying to think like what exercises that you can do to do that. It could of course be meditation. Get creative with your tea blends too. Like mugwort is something that if you're looking to remember your dreams, or if you're looking to do some like dream work, that's another great idea too. Sorry, that's just what's coming through right now. Okay. So, just a confirmation what I said earlier about this Three of Swords. Isn't it also interesting too that this card is like the one card that got burnt somehow? So to elaborate on that, some of us are going to need some strength, and I think that's why the Healer of Ages is here too, because we might not be practicing traditional religions, but you just might be at that point where you're like, Jesus, Jesus, I need you right now. I'm calling on you. I can't do this on my own. I need you. Can you be here with me? Can you provide some comfort to me? Can you heal me? Can you help heal me? And that's why that Healer of Ages is coming through too, because we're feeling like, yo, maybe I haven't been retreating to my practices. Maybe I don't believe in this, but I just know that Christ consciousness and that Christ-like energy of unconditional love is what we need right now. Because with this Three of Swords appearing, we're being emotionally drained. We're gonna be taking those swords out, which is so crazy because my mom said this exact thing this morning. But we're going to be taking those swords out, and it's good that they're out. It's good that you're getting those it's good that you're getting like your thoughts out. It's good that you're finally expressing yourself. And maybe that's also why I was saying that throat chakra. Some of us are going to be stepping up this week and sharing our truth, but that truth is going to be uncomfortable. And we've been so worried about how the other person is going to respond or the other people are responding, but you're like, yo, I'd rather speak my truth than live in discomfort. You heard? So in order for me to feel better, literally, like on a physical level, on a cellular level, I have to do it. I have to do it. And that's why we're feeling called to call on these deities and call on this energy and support from our guides, which they're here with this temple path. We're being called to we're calling on them to support us because we really feel like we need it. A lot of us are on like, we're on the edge, but we always know that once we're on that edge is when radical change occurs. That's when radical healing occurs. So I just want to say, Spirit just wants to say, but I especially just want to say that I'm proud of you, that you're almost there, that there is healing taking place, and often healing is uncomfortable, but just know that when you are feeling like you can't make it anymore, or when you're feeling like I don't know what else I can do, when you're feeling helpless or you're feeling deserted, call on whatever energy or deity or guide that you feel represents unconditional love and ask them to support you. Pray to them. I'm also hearing Archangel Michael. Some of us need to pray to Archangel Michael when it comes to time. So there might be something that whether this comes with speaking our truth, or having a tough conversation. It's been over our heads for a lot of us, and I'm being told to call on Archangel Michael to assist you in making it happen so that you're not continuing to prolong it, so you can just pull the sword out and literally get on with your life. Whew, when I tell you these messages are resonant, they really, really are. So that's the Three of Swords. Let me see if I'm picking up on anything else. And also, too, I want to share that some of us are going to be called to let our guard down or take off our mask when it comes to how we show up for other people. You might have been doing things that you didn't want to do, and now you've kind of like, all right, now I feel like you milking a cow. Now I feel like you're taking advantage of my kindness, and now we got to talk about it because now you're bugging. That's what I'm feeling like. A lot of us are feeling like some people got us fucked up. Like some people got you fucked up. So with that, just know that if you've been feeling called to do it, this week it's going to be surfacing. And I'm not saying that this is the week to do it, especially with all of these retrogrades happening. But this week, more specifically, know that it's going to happen soon, and it needs to happen soon. And if you need that extra support and extra strength, pray on it, please. Pray on it, please. Your guides are here. Like, your soldiers, your spiritual soldiers, like, they're ready. Like, they're strapped up. They're ready to fight. They're ready to defend you. They're ready to cut away the bullshit. They're ready to fill up those holes when you finally take them swords out of your chest. Like, they're ready to support you. But they also understand that it takes time. They also understand that there's some fear involved. And journey in grace. Journey in grace. Shout out to Layla Delia. Spirit, what is another message that we need to receive for this upcoming week? So this upcoming week is clearly going to be a little bit heavy, but this is what we do. Like, this is what we do. We're resilient, especially us folk. Like, this is what we're do. This is literally what we do. So Spirit, what is one more message that you have for us for this upcoming week? Some of us are going to realize that once we've decided that it's done and it's over, we're just going to let it flow. We're just going to let it flow. We're going to trust that it's being taken care of. We're going to trust our intuitive gifts, and we're going to trust that feeling that we know that something wasn't right and something ain't right. This is going to be a week of emotional discernment, and more so discernment in terms of trying to figure out if this is something that I need to address anymore. Do I need to even say anything? Like, it might not even be worth it. It might not even be worth it. Your idea of surrendering to the experience and letting go could just simply be releasing. And that's what I'm feeling too. Like, this Queen of Cups is so powerful this week because we're gonna be in our feelings. And when we're in our feelings, we're not thinking rationally. We want to operate on our emotions. But the Queen of Cups kind of wheels us back and is like, okay, but let's look at it. Let's look at, like, what are the roots of this feelings? Does it make sense for me to act on that? Am I entitled to feel this way? Absolutely. Am I accountable for some of these things? Absolutely. So the Queen of Cups is here to assist you in organizing your emotions and reminding us that you can be in your feels, but give yourself time to process it so you don't act on your fears or your feels. So I'm going to close it out with one affirmation of love. What loving affirmation, Spirit, do you have for us for this upcoming week? Because we really need it. What is this loving affirmation that you have for us for this upcoming week? 2, you needn't worry. That's why that temple path is here. Our guides are like, yo, I got you. I'm waiting for you. I'm ready when you are. I'm ready when you are. You needn't worry. And most people are just trying to survive. So with this Queen of Cups energy too, is like, some of us might be coming into emotional understanding. This 3 of Swords moment may be a revelation of you realizing that you've been in victim mode. You might have been realizing that you were surviving out of instincts. Like, these are patterns that you've been repeating. These are patterns that you've been operating that are so deep rooted. And then finally this week you're like, whoa. Okay, so what happened in my head and how I feel, now that I'm looking at the whole scope and taking account to each party's emotions, I don't have to be the victim. I don't have to be the victim. And some of us may be coming into this forgiveness this week and just realizing, like, people operate and people navigate through relationships the best that they know how. You can only operate at a certain level and vibrate it on a certain frequency if you have the tools. And we say this so often in the podcast, and Brown Girl Alchemizing podcast, like, some people just don't have the tools, and some people are just trying to survive. So it could just also be like, don't even take it personal. Don't even take it personal. If someone has said something kind of fucked up to you, and someone has put their own baggage on you, like, we're out here on survival mode, and some of us are just operating from a space of lack, that they're not understanding that we're abundant and we're co-creators and we're manifestors, like, with the universe, with the divine. So you needn't worry. And most people are just trying to survive. And the Queen of Cups might remind us this week. They might remind us, like, because we are operating out of lack and operating on this level of just it makes sense too why that root chakra is popping up. I know I'm all over the place, but I'm just kind of like connecting all of these dots. Like, we're not feeling grounded. So if there's one thing that you need to ground this week, it's to be grounded. Grounded in your root, grounded in your throat, for some of us that are going to speak our truth, but also, most importantly, grounded in our hearts. I just want to let y'all know that I love you. This week might be rough and this week might be poppin'. Either way, it is what it is. If God gives us the opportunity the next day to pull up and make it a better day, then ashe, we got it. A lot of us, I'm feeling like we haven't been praying. So even if it's just like 2-second style, you in your bed and you just wake up and you just give thanks, that is enough. But also, if you need support, ask for it. Ask for it, because your spirit team, our spirit teams are ready. They are ready and willing to assist us on our journeys. But all we have to do is ask. So I love you guys. Let me know how this message resonates, and I will see you next week.